Hey, it's Frank from 4D Honeybee, and look at the bee activity we've got going today. All the hives are just cooking. And it brings us to what we have to do today, which is hiving the splits. Look at how much activity there is at these splits. So the white box on the left has 3 chambers of 3 frames. The one on the right is a 4-frame nuke. And so that means I've got 4 hives ready to go to hive these things, because over here in this hive, the starter hive, there are another 5 queens ready to make 4 more splits. But it's getting to be enough bees in here that this yard is getting kind of small, don't you think? It's hard to walk through here and not get pegged in the head by incoming and outgoing bees. But that's the point, man. Don't let that sound like complaining. Let that sound like success at 4D Honeybee. Okay, so this hive here is the first one I'm going to move. And I couldn't find a queen in this one, but like I said before, I think there is a queen in there. I don't know. There may or may not be. For now, I'm just going to move it, look for the queen as I move it, and then make a decision based on what I find or don't find. That makes sense? That wishy-washy enough? So all we're going to do is move the frames over one by one, and then fill in the rest of the frames and walk away from this bad boy. Looking for a queen, of course, hoping for a queen. Okay, so hopefully we're just transferring all 4 frames, the bees in the box, and that's it. Hopefully we see a queen on the way, but like I said, it's not really a game breaker. Hopefully that's a good angle for you there. All right, let's get the show on the road. Wow. See, I'm kind of, I'm doing this a few days ahead of my own schedule, and there's a couple of reasons. One, look at all the bees in that box. There's a lot of bees, and they're really starting to beard a lot in this warm weather. Also, we've got 3 days of possible not so great weather coming up, and right around the end of that 3-day mark, just looking for queen movement there, right around the end of that 3-day mark, we've also got, that kind of coincides with the time that my new round of queen cells should be ready to go. So I want to get these out, get these in a hive, get these out of the way within this one, regardless of whether I can find a queen or not. Let's see how she goes. Definitely look for a queen on each frame. Just got some nice nectar coming in here. They're already capping it off. Filling this full of nectar as they're hatching out brood. And this is the brood that I gave them, some of the brood that I gave them. Frame number 2, just filling with nectar. The difference between looking for a young and virgin queen and looking for a mature queen is that virgin queens are a lot more skittish. They move a lot more quickly because they're not necessarily laying. They're just kind of learning the ropes. And they're not really being closely tended to. Sometimes you can spot a queen just by seeing a flow of bees and looking towards the center of it and seeing the queen there. But that's tougher to do in this situation. It's nicer to spot a queen in this situation simply because there's not that many frames and not that many bees, right? But also, there might not be a queen in here to spot, so it's all a balance. Very light frame. It tells me this is all hatched out brood. And it's certainly not, you know, acting like angry or aggressive like a queenless hive might do. Then again, I've just been lucky with all my bees this year so far. They've all been pretty relaxed. Still get my fair share of stings, but okay, one more frame to look at. This is a heavy honey frame. Holy smokes. Well, I don't see a queen here. We'll flip it over, but I think we're going to see much of the same on this side. Okay, so no queen to be seen here, which again increases the likelihood that there actually is not a queen in here, because now it's been 2 times through and I'm 0 for 2 on spotting a queen. Look in the box here, but and not very likely. What we'll do is we'll throw the bees back in that were on this box, close up this hive. I'll close up this box, close up the front here once we get rid of all the bees, and just leave this box on top. Foragers won't come back. It won't take them long. As a matter of fact, you can see they're already going in that hive. They know what's going on. And I'll just come back and check on this in a few days, or maybe when I transfer the other queen cells that I have, I might just save a queen for this hive and see what's up. So the way these bees are already fanning at the entrance, it tells me 2 things. It tells me they already know they've moved and they're sending out signals to the foragers and say, hey, come here, this is our new hive. But I also think it's a pretty positive sign that there's a queen in there. Again, I'm 0 for 2 in spotting her if she is in there, but I'm just going to take my time with this one.